Now you can understand how to solve equations where you have to rewrite the formula or the equation in algebra. What are we talking about? Let's get started. So welcome to the Algebra Solution Series, Rewriting Formulas and Equations. And what is this topic all about? Briefly, I will let you know. When we say rewriting formula and equations, you are going to learn what that means in itself. You'll be able to solve these exercises on your own and confidently. And in this video, we are going to practice several exercises together. We are going to start from the scratch and take it to a safe space where you can handle everything on your own. If you're ready, switch over with me to the whiteboard. So what is it going to look like? As you can see on my screen, rewriting formula. In some other situation, others call it subject of formula. And what are we talking about? We have equations like this: p plus 3q over q minus 3p equals to x over y. And the goal will be to make q the subject of the formula. And how do we go about doing that? And in other instance, we may have an equation of this nature, and our goal is to make h the subject of the formula or the equation, or d from this location within the equation. And we also have b squared plus 8 under a square root equals to p. Our goal is to turn b into an equation. And there are various ways by which this question are asked, either in multiple choice or in written essay for mathematics. Something like this. These are very simple examples that we are going to be starting with. How do we do this? Whereby we have this equation, and then we arrive at this formula. So our goal, making A is equals to V over UT. How did we do that? So you'll be able to do this and a lot more. So if you're ready, get your pen and paper and let's work these exercises together. So this is where we are going to be starting from. We have V is equals to UAT. All you see in this equation are all variables. There are no numbers. So in mathematics, when we have variables, that is when we are talking about alphabet. And then when we have numbers, that is when we are talking about coefficients. So that's when we are talking about that. But in this case, we are going to be dealing with variables. And our objective is to make each of them to become an equation, whereby we can be tasked with making them, whereby we can be tasked with inputting a particular value at some point to determine some particular quantity of value. So let's start with this equation you are seeing on your screen. When we have V is equals to UAT, our goal is to start with U. So we have V is equals to UAT, and we want to make U the subject. So this is number one. To make U the subject of the formula, we are going to divide both sides by A and T. And we are going to leave U alone because U will become the subject of the formula. So therefore, we are going to have V over AT and UAT over AT. And you know what happens next? We're going to have A will cancel out, and that will be 1 in each case, and we are left with U. And this become U is equals to V over AT. And for multiple choice exam, it can be written as U is equals to 1 over AT and V. And that will be your formula for that case. So look at the second pattern to see that you too can do this. So let's go to the second case where we have V is equals to UAT. Our goal is to make V the subject, to make A the subject of the formula. So it's going to be A that will be the subject of the formula. So we have A. So our goal is make A the subject of the formula. So in this case, what do? We follow the same pattern. Divide both sides by U and T, because our goal is to make A the subject. So while we're doing that, we're going to have V over UT and UAT over UT. And what do we get here? You notice similar thing. U will cancel out and T will cancel out. We are left with A. So when we are left with A, we have V over UT equals to A. So if we rearranging, we have A is equals to V over UT. So you can see the second formula that we just created. For the third one, we have V is equals to UAT, and we want to make A or T the subject. T will be the subject of the formula. And we follow the same pattern. So we are going to divide both sides by UA. Divide both sides by U and A. So we're going to have V over UA equals to UAT over UA. And you know what happens? U and U will cancel out, and A will also cancel out. We are left with T. And therefore, if we rearrange, so let's rearrange. Rearranging, we are going to have this following answer. T will be equals to V over UA. Or for our exam, 1 over UA and V. If you understand these exercises, I'm going to write the next exercise and I want you to give it a try. Then in the next video, we solve everything together. Try this exercise. R is equals to PAB. Make B the subject of the formula and also P the subject of the formula. In the next video, we are going to look at a different scenario and we'll give you exercises and we go from there. So join me in the next video.